Hey guys, Brittany here. I just got home from work and I think I broke Kenny's tripod, so I'm maneuvering this a little differently. But anyway, so today I want to talk to you about our challenge for the week. And it's kind of a three-part challenge. It's focused on money because I think last week we both shared that we're working on some financial growth. And so I read in the book by Kate Northrup, and it's called Money, a Love Story. And it goes into detail of kind of taking your own inventory on what you spend. And so it's three parts. The first part is to just write down your money story. And so what I take that to mean is really pretend almost it's not your life and make a biography of how you grew up. Was money talked about in your house? What was the dynamic like between your parents? Did you have a lot of money? Was there never enough money? Just write an inventory of kind of what that has looked like in your life from childhood through adulthood, and write it down in a little money journal. For me, it's my regular journal, and I just have it like a money section. So do that. That's part one. And that's kind of just no judgment, but just your history. Because once you get your history, you can start to see where maybe patterns have formed. Part two, that is taking something that has happened in that history and saying, okay, well, where was a positive decision that I made in there? And so for some of us, there may not be that many right off the bat where you can look and be like, hey, that was a good decision. But I'm sure if you take a magnifying glass, you'll be able to find out something that may have been good. And so for me, when I thought of my money story, an example of that is my student loans. And so although that's not fun for me to pay $500 a month currently, I do have my master's, and I feel like it made me teach in New York and has given me a lot of knowledge. And so I think that that's a positive decision I made. It's led to a lot of other great opportunities in my life. And so I used to look at that as kind of a negative thing of, oh my God, I have this monthly payment. But if you shift your perception a little bit, you can look at it more positively. And third, this is where I am a little challenged. It's going to take some time, so you have the full week. But pretty much it's rewriting your story. And so every example that you use, you have to make a positive. So it's not just looking and saying, hey, this was a positive thing in my life and kind of skating over it. It's actually shifting that, like transcending it into something positive. And so for me, I grew up in a house where my father was really emotionally unavailable. And so in some ways he did the best he could financially for us because emotionally he wasn't really there, but there was never enough. Like whether, I feel like he had $100 in his pocket or $1 in his pocket, it was always the same sentiment. And so I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to money. And so looking at that, has been painful in my own life. But I started this morning in my morning routine, and I woke up at Kenny's and did my morning thing. And so that was the beginning of my history. And one thing that I shifted was that he really did make me very grateful for $1. Like, I do have the value of $1. And I feel like that has helped me tremendously in my life. I'm not an overspender. And maybe because of his fears in his life, he brought that down to us kids. But that's something I did get out of it. I do really value working hard. I mean, my father works very hard for our family, and I had a really lovely childhood in a lot of ways. So when I look at it right away, it was kind of an icky feeling, but after kind of breathing and after my morning meditation on financial abundance, I was able to see that a little bit more clearly. So that's your challenge. It's 3 steps. Start today and continue as the week goes on. We'll do the same, and I know Kenny is probably going to do another video in the next day or two because he's working on this as well. So it was about self-perception, our challenge, and that was kind of the way you look at yourself and the way you look at money. And I think that if you have a good relationship with money, you're probably a person that digs self-love. So good luck. Please let us know how it goes. We love to hear from you. Bye.